What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy Kevin to on YouTube shit. Hey man, say man, we are lit, eh? Entertainment. Turn to motherfucker, eh? Turn outside, big crib and the gang showing outside shit, man. Free Palestine, free Congo, Russia, your day, and Texas, stand the fuck up. Each day is a new day to be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody breathe down, all straight back. Never let somebody tell you who you are, but also never put yourself in a position of alone. Let's stay humble, let's grow revolution on this movement. Keep your way first. Coming to the Black Hebrew Israelite as a real Jew. We out here. Alright, boom. Today, it's motherfucker day. Showing outside, big crib in it. Gang showing outside shit, man. Gang, go. Turn up. Alright, man. Straight hood outside crib, man. Bruh. This world is so backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much stuff that's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the people who want to be over everybody is focused on dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? We got snaps going out. We got these wars going on. We got these deportation stuff happening. We got a lot of stuff that's going on in this world. And they want to focus on black people getting money on. But it's deeper than that. Because behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, it's some white people that, you know what I'm saying, got a Ponzi scheme going on. You know what I'm saying? They're using black people. You know what I'm saying? But look at this, bro. So the NBA, you know what I'm saying, you know they been rigged. I feel like a lot of this shit is rigged. The whole system is rigged. The government, everything. You know what I'm saying? But, take it easy, man. But yeah, like this whole system is rigged. You know what I'm saying? So the NBA done got caught up with rigged NBA, you know, betting. Which we've been knowing this shit was rigged. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these games, it just don't seem right sometimes. Like when motherfucking Pat Mahomes lost to Tom Brady. Like that shit, we know that shit was rigged. You know what I'm saying? So we got Chauncey, Gilbert, Terry Rozier, and a lot of more people that got hit up. And, you know, they trying to say it's the mafia. So we got this shit that's going on, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and give us arenas. We've been knowing that too is ratting, man. Let's get into it. Gang. Your boy got to change it up a little bit with the screen recorder. Something wrong with my other screen recorder. But we got, the NBA, man, got hit with an FBI raid.
Today we are here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Casa Nostra. Good morning. Today we are here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Casa Nostra.
Miami just became ground zero for the FBI's biggest sports and mafia takedown ever. More than 500 arrests, millions in dirty bets, and proof that the mafia didn't just influence games, they owned them. But one shocking discovery at the center of this case might turn the NBA over. Let's break it all down. The takedown. The morning of October 23rd, 2025, began like any other day in the world.
We kind of knew some bullshit was going to happen like this sooner or later.
Coaches were reviewing game film. Fans were eagerly anticipating another
black men getting a lot of money. I didn't want to see that.
But behind closed doors, federal agents were preparing to execute one of the most stunning law enforcement operations in sports history. A coordinated takedown that would send shockwaves through the entire basketball world and expose a criminal enterprise that seemed almost too audacious to believe.
The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals.
Cause they don't want to see black people with money on.
11 states simultaneously.
How much crooked shit the FBI be doing, nigga? This should be the last few days of raid.
What prosecutors would later call a false sense of impunity.
Don't get them billionaires, bitch.
Stability. A among those arrested were some of the most recognizable names in basketball. Chauncey Billups, the Portland
Y'all done arrest
Trailblazers
Trump,
head coach
nigga.
and 2004 NBA Finals MVP, who had just been inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Terry Rozier, the Miami Heat guard who had made millions as a professional athlete, and Damion Jones, a former NBA player and coach whose connections spanned the entire league. But these basketball luminaries were merely 3 names among more than 30 individuals who
30?
found themselves in federal custody that day. The arrest represented the culmination of Operation Royal Flush and Operation Nothing But Bed, 2 interconnected federal investigations that had been quietly building cases for years, meticulously documenting a sprawling criminal conspiracy that involved not just NBA insiders, but also members of 4 separate New York Mafia families. The scope of the operation was staggering. The allegations were explosive.
They don't want to
The
see
evidence
us
the
black
federal
people
prosecutors had
win.
accumulated painted a picture of corruption that penetrated deep into the heart of America's most
The
popular
government is the most
professional
corrupted
sports
thing
league.
in
At a
America,
packed press
KKK.
conference in Brooklyn, FBI Director Kash Patel stood before a wall of law enforcement officials and delivered remarks that would dominate headlines for weeks to come.
What you don't know is that this is an
That's
illegal
a
gambling
fact.
operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years.
His words were measured but devastating as he
That's
outlined the
a fact.
magnitude
That's a
of
fact.
what
That's a
investigators
fact.
had uncovered. A criminal enterprise that had allegedly defrauded victims of tens of millions of dollars through 2 distinct but overlapping schemes. The first scheme involved high-stakes poker games that were completely rigged using technology that seemed torn from the pages of a Hollywood thriller. Federal prosecutors alleged that members of the Bonanno,
They said
Gambino,
Gilbert snitched.
Genovese, and Lucchese crime families, 4 of New York's 5 major mafia families, had collaborated in a rare alliance to operate underground poker games where the house always won because the house could literally see everyone's cards. The
With
games
the
took
cameras
place
and
in
have
some
the
of the most
speakerphone in their
exclusive
ear.
locations imaginable. Luxury
They
apartments in
all run
Manhattan,
back down to the
sprawling
white people.
estates in the Hamptons, glittering casinos in Las Vegas, and opulent venues in Miami. The victims were wealthy individuals, businessmen, entertainers, high rollers looking for the thrill of competing against former professional athletes. What they didn't know was that from the moment they sat down at these tables, they never had a chance. The technology used to cheat these unsuspecting players was remarkably sophisticated and disturbingly effective. Shuffling machines had been secretly altered to read the cards in the deck and wirelessly transmit that information to operators positioned away from the table.
Damn.
X-ray tables were constructed that could reveal cards even when they were face down, making every hand transparent to those in on the scheme. Playing cards were marked with invisible ink that could only be seen through special contact lenses or glasses worn by conspirators. Hidden cameras were embedded in light fixtures and other fixtures around the room, feeding information to a network of accomplices.
The defendants used a variety of very sophisticated cheating technologies.
Nigga, there was 5 kids in that
some of which were
motherfucker, bitch.
provided by other defendants in exchange for a share of the profits from the scheme.
The operation worked like this. After the rigged shuffling machines read the cards, that information was transmitted via cell phone to someone at the table known as the quarterback. This person would then secretly signal the information to other conspirators seated around the table, who worked in coordinated fashion to ensure maximum winnings. These co-conspirators would play their hands based on complete knowledge of what everyone else held, betting aggressively when they knew they would win, and folding when they knew they would lose. To the victims, it simply appeared that these players were having extraordinary luck, or possessed uncanny poker instincts. In reality, they were operating with information that made winning
Why didn't get the
inevitable,
mob
but
people on?
technology
Why didn't they just
alone
do
wasn't enough to make
the
this
NBA
scheme
players?
work. The conspirators needed a way to lure wealthy victims to these games, people with deep pockets who would be willing to risk substantial sums. This is where the basketball players came in. Chauncey Billups and Damion Jones were accused of serving as what prosecutors called face cards, celebrities whose presence at the poker table would attract other players eager for the experience of competing against NBA legends. Reports even emerged that NBA Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett had participated in these games, though he faced no charges and there was no evidence he was aware of the rigging. The presence of these basketball stars gave the games an air of legitimacy. Who would suspect that a respected NBA coach, or a beloved former player was involved in criminal fraud. Prosecutors alleged that victims would travel from across the country for the chance to sit at a poker table with Chauncey Billups, never imagining that everyone else at that table, from the dealer to the other players, was in on the scam. In fact, this wasn't even a secret within certain circles of the professional poker community. A remarkable piece of evidence emerged in the form of a podcast clip from August 2023, more than 2 years before the arrests, in which professional poker player Matt Berkey described encountering this exact scheme. On episode 277 of his Only Friends podcast, Berkey recounted being warned about a game that had started in Los Angeles and moved to Las Vegas, built around Chauncey Billups as the draw. When the podcast clip resurfaced after the arrests, it quickly went viral, amassing over 777,000 views, as people marveled at how Berkey had essentially predicted the entire scandal years before law enforcement made it public. He described how friends who had attended these games reported that people who clearly didn't even understand the rules of No Limit Hold'em were somehow jamming hundreds of big blinds with gut-shot straight draws and hitting them at impossible rates. Only the professional players seemed to lose. The pattern was obvious to anyone paying attention, but there was no recourse for the victims, particularly when dealing with high-profile figures who carried significant weight and influence. According to the federal indictment, one documented incident in 2019 saw a Las Vegas game defraud victims of $50,000 with Billups present, but that was just one night, one game. Over the course of years, prosecutors estimated that victims lost at least $715 million to these rigged operations, and when people couldn't or wouldn't pay their gambling debts, the mafia families provided enforcement services, threats of violence, extortion, and in some cases actual robbery at gunpoint to collect what was owed. Poker scheme was stunning enough on its own, a perfect marriage of celebrity, technology, and organized crime, but it was only half of the story that federal prosecutors unveiled that October morning. The second scheme was arguably even more insidious because it struck at the very heart of the sport itself, the integrity of NBA games. The insider trading of basketball. While the poker operation was all about using technology to cheat wealthy victims in private games, the second scheme, Operation Nothing But Bet, represented something far more troubling, a conspiracy to manipulate actual NBA games and then profit from bets placed on those manipulated outcomes. This wasn't just fraud against random individuals, this was fraud against the entire sports betting industry, fraud against fans, and fraud against the fundamental premise that the games they were watching were being played fairly. U.S. Attorney Joseph Nocella described it in stark terms at the press conference.
This scheme is an insider sports betting conspiracy that exploited confidential information about National Basketball Association athletes and teams.
And when FBI Director Patel was pressed to characterize what this
he doing
represented,
all
he
this
didn't
goddamn
mince
work to
words.
take black people out. But then he ain't talking about what's going on with Trump. He ain't talking about what's going on with the government.
That's what this is.
What's going on with the fake people across seas?
The insider trading comparison was apt, just as financial markets depend on all participants having access to the same information at the same time. Sports betting markets are supposed to operate under the assumption that no bettor has access to inside information that could give them an unfair advantage. When someone can place a bet knowing information that the sports books and other bettors don't have access to, the entire system breaks down, and that's exactly what prosecutors alleged had been happening across multiple NBA games from December 2022 through March 2024. The indictment named 6 defendants in the betting scheme: Eric Ernest, Marvis Fairley, Shane Hennon, Damon Jones, yes, the same Damon Jones from the poker scheme, De Niro Laster, and Terry Rozier. Together, these individuals were accused of using confidential, non-public information about NBA games to place what are known as prop bets, wagers on specific player performances like points scored, rebounds grabbed, or assists made. The beauty of prop bets from a criminal standpoint is that you don't need to fix the outcome of an entire game. You only need to influence one player's statistics. The scheme worked through a network of NBA insiders who had access to sensitive information about injuries, game plans, player availability, and team strategies. Sometimes this information came from the players themselves. Sometimes it came from coaches or other team personnel. But regardless of the source, the pattern was the same. Someone with inside knowledge would tip off the betting conspirators, who would then rush to place large wagers before the information became public and the betting lines changed. Consider the case of Terry Rozier on March 23rd, 2023. Rozier was playing for the Charlotte Hornets
So
at the
put
time,
our game
and according
clips.
to prosecutors, he let people close to him know that he planned to leave that night's game against the New Orleans Pelicans early, claiming an injury. This information was gold for bettors, because Rozier's prop bet lines were set based on the assumption that he would play his normal minutes. If you knew he was only going to play a few minutes before exiting, you could bet heavily on the under for all of his statistical categories, points, rebounds, assists, and you'd be virtually guaranteed to win.
What's the money
Terry Rozier
on?
and Chauncey Billups were both arrested today in what's been one of the most bizarre news
They ain't gonna
stories.
go for the head
Since
people.
part of this with Rozier,
They going for the
of course, stems from
peons,
him
the
allegedly
pawns
faking
and shit.
injury. I thought
They
it'd
ain't
be
gonna
fun
go
to
for the
go back
head
and take a
people.
look at that game to see if we could find
People really
what
manipulating
exactly
this shit.
happened.
And that's exactly what happened. Associates of Rozier placed more than $200,000 in bets on his statistical unders for that game. Rozier played just 9 minutes before exiting with what was officially described as foot discomfort. He finished with only 5 points, 4
Man, they had
rebounds,
some
and 2
basketball
assists,
clips.
well under all of
But
his
these niggas
betting
was
lines.
farming.
The bets paid out handsomely,
You know what
generating
I'm saying?
tens of thousands of dollars in profit.
Farming
According to
missing points
prosecutors, the
and
winnings were
fucked up
later
on
delivered to
purposes.
Rozier's home, where the group counted their cash. But here's what makes this story even more remarkable. A doctor who analyzes sports injuries on YouTube went back and reviewed the game footage from that night,
Yep.
and what he found was stunning.
Terry Rozier played up until just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here he is making a drive. No hobbling, no grabbing, nothing that looks to seem odd or out of the unusual. With an injury, he's running up and down the court, seems to be just fine.
The doctor continued his analysis, noting that after Rozier came out of the game, he sat on the bench for over 2 minutes of game time without showing any signs of injury. No ice, no medical staff attending to him,
I mean,
no
that's
indication
smart.
whatsoever
I
that
mean,
he
this
was
whole
in
world be
discomfort.
cheating.
You
You know what I'm
can see him here
saying? Like,
sitting
bro,
on the
I don't
bench after
understand
he's
it.
come out of the game. This is with about 2:12 left.
I
in
think they
the
mad
first
because they can't
quarter.
control these
And you'd
niggas.
think
You
if
know
there
what
was
I'm saying?
some foot
Because
soreness, maybe
all
you'd
this
seek
shit is
medical
rigged. The
help,
government,
you'd have your
the
trainers
police,
evaluate you, looking at
the
things, rubbing on your foot.
local forces,
No,
and like the
Rozier
local
just sits
system.
here
Like, all this
seemingly
shit is rigged.
carefree, not making any motion whatsoever towards his foot.
It was
They
only
only
at
get
the
a few
very
black
end of the
people.
first quarter that Rozier suddenly
fuck?
began attending to his foot, conveniently after enough time had elapsed to ensure his statistical unders would hit. The doctor's conclusion was damning.
So, watching this back, absolutely nothing that I can point to and say, yep, this looks like a time when the foot might have been injured, and not even
But I
really
told
an
y'all niggas,
indication.
man,
Just
once
from
they start doing
objectively
bettings
watching
on game,
he was
nigga,
having issues with
the
his
game
foot.
won't be the
Sports
same
books had
because
flagged the
niggas
unusual
are betting
betting
on it.
activity that morning. One bettor
Niggas
had
be
placed
trying to
30
win money
wagers
out
in
off this
just
shit,
46
which is nothing
minutes,
wrong.
all on Rozier's unders, all
But
of
it's
which
like,
won.
bruh,
Another had staked $13,159
the fun of the
on
game
similar
gonna be
bets.
gone.
The sports books immediately alerted the NBA, which reportedly pulled Rozier from games for the remainder of the season, officially due to injury. But sources suggested it was actually to contain what they suspected was betting manipulation. The league investigated and initially cleared Rozier of any wrongdoing, but federal prosecutors continued building their case. The betting scheme wasn't limited to Rozier. Damion Jones was accused of leaking information about Los Angeles Lakers stars, including LeBron James and Anthony Davis. On February 9th, 2023, Jones allegedly texted associates to bet on the Milwaukee Bucks because LeBron would be sitting out due to a groin injury, information that wasn't yet public. Bettors rushed to place approximately $100,000 in wagers against the Lakers, who indeed lost after LeBron was announced as out. Later, on January 15th, 2024, Jones allegedly leaked that Anthony Davis would have limited minutes and poor play due to an injury, even though Davis was officially listed as probable. Again, approximately $100,000 was wagered against the Lakers. This time, however, the bet didn't pay off. Davis played well despite the injury, and prosecutors alleged that Jones then demanded repayment from the bettors for the failed tip. The conspiracy also extended to manipulation of Portland Trail Blazers games. On March 24th, 2023, Eric Ernest allegedly received a tip from a friend who coached for the team, identified in court documents in a way that matches Chauncey Billups' description, though Billups wasn't charged in the betting scheme, that the Blazers would be tanking for draft position. Players would be sitting out. Bettors placed more than $100,000 against the Blazers, who lost by a wide margin after the inactive players were officially announced. Remarkably, this betting scheme wasn't entirely new. Just months before these arrests, the NBA had dealt with a similar scandal involving former Toronto Raptors player Jonte Porter, who was banned for life after he deliberately underperformed in games to help associates win prop bets. Porter had pleaded guilty to wire fraud and conspiracy charges charges in
Ain't
the
that
case
Michael
that
Porter Jr.
prosecutors
brother?
directly linked to this broader investigation. In fact, some of the same bettors were involved in both schemes, creating a pattern of NBA insiders conspiring to manipulate games for gambling profits. At the press conference, NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch detailed how the investigation had uncovered this network.
They placed wagers on unders, on players to score less, rebound less, assist less, using information.
All this shit that's going on in the world,
in some instances,
and y'all focus on basketball,
or took themselves
when
out
there's
of games to make
millions
sure
of people
those
getting taken
bets
out every day.
The mechanics of how the betting conspirators operated were sophisticated. They used what are called straw bettors, individuals who would place bets on behalf of others to avoid detection and to maximize the amount that could be wagered before sportsbooks caught on. They also utilized peer-to-peer payment platforms, bank wires, and even cryptocurrency to launder their illegal winnings and make the money trail harder to follow. In total, prosecutors estimated that the betting scheme involved hundreds of thousands of dollars in fraudulent wagers with intended losses to sportsbooks and other bettors in the millions. But here's what made this scandal particularly troubling. These weren't isolated incidents. Federal prosecutors outlined at least 7 specific games where insider information was used to place fraudulent bets, spanning multiple teams including the Charlotte Hornets, Portland Trail Blazers, Los Angeles Lakers, Toronto Raptors, and Orlando Magic. And investigators made clear that this was likely just the beginning. As one official put it, this case represented the tip of the iceberg. Think about what this means for anyone who has ever watched an NBA game, placed a bet on a player's performance, or simply trusted that they were seeing genuine athletic competition. How many other games might have been influenced by similar schemes? How many other players might have had financial incentives to underperform or exit early? How many times did fans watch what they thought was a legitimate injury only to discover years later that it was potentially staged for gambling profits? A doctor analyzing these situations raised a chilling point.
There are plenty of legitimate times where a player could have pain, but we can't prove that they have a reason for the pain or don't have a reason for the pain, if that makes sense.
He explained that in many injury situations, there may be genuine pain, but no objective findings on scans or tests. Medical staff has no choice but to believe players who report pain and remove them from games, even if they can't find a clear physical cause. This creates a perfect vulnerability for the exact kind of manipulation prosecutors allege was taking place.
But this layer of injuries playing a role in some of these alleged gambling allegations here with players, trying to be involved.
They're like, whoa.
Is an
you can't have too many
disaster.
black niggas getting that money out around this bitch.
Just the individuals arrested.
These
allegations cast a shadow over the entire integrity of NBA games during this period and raised serious questions about the league's oversight and its partnerships with gambling companies. The aftermath. The revelation sent shockwaves through the basketball world and ignited fierce debates about sports betting, integrity, and the increasingly blurred lines between professional athletics and the gambling industry. But even amid the serious nature of the charges and the gravity of the allegations, there were moments that became viral sensations for entirely different reasons. Moments that highlighted just how bizarre this entire scandal truly was. One such moment came during the FBI press conference itself, as U.S. Attorney Joseph Nutella was carefully listing the teams that had been affected by the betting scandal. He made what can only be described as a spectacular verbal fumble.
The Charlotte Hornets, the Portland Trail Blazers, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Toronto Rangers.
The Toronto Rangers. Think about that for a moment. The Toronto Raptors are an NBA team. The New York Rangers are an NHL team. Somehow, in the midst of announcing one of the biggest sports scandals in recent memory, the U.S. Attorney managed to create an entirely fictional franchise that would have been a truly remarkable cross-border organization. The gaffe immediately went viral, with social media erupting in jokes about the Toronto Rangers and their imaginary championships. Some people joked about buying season tickets for this mythical team. Others created mock jerseys. It was a brief moment of levity in an otherwise serious situation, but it also underscored something important. Even federal prosecutors, with all their preparation and evidence, were human and capable of mistakes under pressure. The response to the arrest from those involved varied dramatically. Terry Rozier's attorney issued a statement calling it a revived non-case and declared declaring that Terry is not a gambler, but he is not afraid of a fight and looks forward to winning this legal battle. Rozier appeared in Orlando federal court after being arrested at his hotel following a Miami Heat game and was released after posting his $6 million home as collateral, with conditions including a prohibition on gambling. Chauncey Billups's arrest was equally dramatic. The Trailblazers coach appeared in Portland federal court and was released on bond with conditions including passport surrender and no gambling. When reporters attempted to question him as he left the courthouse, Billups remained silent, offering no comment about the allegations. His attorney emphasized his client's integrity and stated that Billups would vigorously fight these charges. The Portland Trailblazers immediately placed Billups on leave, naming assistant coach Tiago Splitter as interim head coach. Similarly, the Miami Heat placed Rozier on indefinite leave pending the outcome of the legal proceedings. These suspensions sent shockwaves through both organizations, forcing them to navigate not just the immediate challenges of replacing key personnel, but also the longer-term questions about what these allegations meant for their franchises. For fans of both teams, the arrests created a surreal situation. Just one day before the arrests, Portland had opened their season with what should have been a celebration of a new beginning under Billups' leadership. Miami's season had similarly just begun, with Rozier playing a key role in their backcourt. Suddenly, both teams found themselves thrust into an unprecedented crisis, their coaches or players facing decades in prison if convicted, and their immediate futures. This is Purdue University. Into chaos. The NBA itself issued a carefully worded statement emphasizing its cooperation with federal authorities and its commitment to the integrity of the game. Commissioner Adam Silver had just 2 days before these arrests appeared on the Pat McAfee Show, where he discussed the league's efforts to combat betting manipulation and work with sportsbook partners to detect suspicious activity. The timing could not have been more ironic or more devastating for the league's reputation. FanDuel and DraftKings, two of the NBA's major betting partners, issued statements emphasizing that regulated betting platforms played a crucial role in detecting this fraud, contrasting their systems with illegal betting markets. They pointed out that it was their alerts about unusual betting patterns that helped trigger the investigations in the first place. But this argument did little to quell the growing chorus of voices calling for a fundamental re-examination of the relationship between professional sports and the gambling industry. The scandal raised profound questions about the wisdom of the NBA's embrace of sports betting following the 2018 Supreme Court decision that legalized sports gambling across most of the United States. The league had eagerly partnered with betting companies, incorporating odds and betting information directly into broadcasts and digital platforms. Team arenas featured prominent advertising from sportsbooks. Players and coaches appeared in commercials for betting apps. The entire ecosystem had been built around the premise that sports betting could coexist with athletic competition without corrupting the games themselves. Now, that premise lay in tatters. Critics pointed out that this scandal was exactly what skeptics had warned about, that creating massive financial incentives for manipulating player performances would inevitably lead to manipulation.
Do you agree that individual player props should be banned? There's a reason I've never done gambling, sports betting company sponsors on this channel.
Meanwhile, the poker scheme involving the mafia families revealed a level of criminal sophistication that seemed almost cinematic. The collaboration between 4 of New York's 5 major crime families, the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese, was described by law enforcement as extraordinarily rare. These families had historically been rivals, competing for territory and criminal opportunities. For them to come together in this way suggested both the massive profit potential of the scheme and perhaps a troubling adaptation by organized crime to modern technologies and opportunities. Experts on organized crime noted that this level of cooperation hadn't been seen since the formation of the Mafia Commission in the 1930s, when the 5 families agreed to rules governing their interactions and dividing up criminal enterprises.
Black people get money on shit, but I mean, they charge a lot from black people. I don't
each
know.
apparently taking on different roles,
You know
from technology procurement to venue management to debt collection, demonstrated both the sophistication of modern organized crime and its ability to evolve with changing opportunities. The collaboration also revealed how the mafia had adapted to the digital age, rather than relying solely on traditional rackets like loan sharking, protection money, or drug trafficking. These families had embraced high-tech fraud that exploited both technology and the celebrity culture surrounding professional sports. The use of X-ray tables, modified shuffling machines, and invisible links showed a willingness to invest in cutting-edge equipment to maximize profits from their criminal enterprises. As the investigation continued to unfold, officials repeatedly emphasized that these arrests represented only the beginning, that more charges and more defendants could be forthcoming.
Damn, man.
The final image that lingers from this entire scandal may be the most telling. Chauncey Billups, a basketball icon, a champion, a Hall of Famer, walking out of federal court in Portland in silence, facing charges that could end not just his coaching career, but potentially send him to prison. It's a stark reminder that no one, no matter how famous, no matter how successful, no matter how respected, is above the law. And it's a warning to anyone else who might be tempted to believe that they can manipulate the games we love for personal profit. The FBI is watching, the sports books are monitoring, and eventually, the truth will come out. Click on one of the cards on your screen to see more videos like this.
Hey, gang, so Gilbert Arena snitched. Shout out to Chatterbox Central TV. That nigga snitched like a motherfucker, man. He 6'9", them niggas. That boy Gilbert Arena 6'9", that nigga.
How y'all doing, man? What's up? This is my lunch, man. I ain't get to eat it over there, man. I was talking too much.
He's 6'9", them niggas.
National Basketball Association. Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier were arrested as part of FBI investigations into sports gambling.
That nigga done busted everybody. That nigga's an informant.
Case linked to an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. ABC News is reporting. At the core of Rozier's arrest is a March 2023 game that saw an uptick of Rozier bets come on the under. Rozier left the game just 9 minutes in, citing a foot injury.
So Rozier was like the main one that got niggas' head turning.
Also involved in this, former Cavaliers player and assistant coach Damion Jones, who was also arrested on charges.
Damion Jones, Chauncey Billups, and Terry Rozier, nigga.
About NBA games to co-defendants.
That's insane.
FBI Director Kash Patel announced the arrest. Take a listen.
Individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damion Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families.
I'm the only one that bailed out. Everybody's still there. They're not letting them go. Yeah, they not letting them go, man. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't know who them was, but it don't look like they was getting out. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know what language they speaking, but good luck in court. Hey, man, because I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna be there when it's time to go.
That's good.
I'm snitching. I don't know your name. What's your name? Igor? Yeah, all right, let's write that down. Igor. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on today? God damn. God damn, man.
That nigga sound like a canary, bitch.
They got him. They got him. Oh, man. Hey. It's over, man. It's over, man.
Yeah, it's over, bro. Fuck.
Stupid motherfucker gone, man. They got him.
Damn. They got their asses. I can't take that nigga Swaggy P serious.
God damn, man.
You hear that Swaggy P is supposed to be flying the
man, I do fingerprints and shit,
Blueface.
man. They just got us, man. But don't worry. Don't worry about the show or nothing. Gilbert, don't worry about Gil's Arena. I got that now. We might as well just change the show to Swaggy's Arena. In conjunction with Gilbert. We're going to put a little Gilbert sign on the side. It's still Swaggy's Arena until you come back home. And once you get out, it's back to you.
Damn.
But for now, I got it. I got that. All right?
Insane, bitch.
Welcome to Swaggy's Arena, y'all. In conjunction with Gilbert's Arenas. We're going to have just your name on the side. It's still going. and don't trip. Where you going, you can be comfortable. They got TVs. I'm gonna send you all the updates. You can make all your bets on Underdog or whatever you want. You still there.
Robinson, bro.
You know, I seen you. You know, the fans. They let you chill. You can have some shoes. I seen you the latest Gills Arenas. I'm gonna send you all those.
Get your little phone.
You gonna be flying that shit. But look, when it comes to the show, I got it. Don't worry about nothing. So when they
I guess he's talking about that because they be talking shit about Swaggy.
Whatever he did it. He did it.
Damn. Fact.
Whatever they said, he did it.
Nigga, I help you point him out, nigga. He did it. He did it. That nigga did it. That nigga did it. The other nigga did it. I know you're not gonna know this nigga, but this nigga did it. Dead ass.
And shit. When I seen that shit, I said, nah, man, what the fuck?
That nigga just giving out names, nigga. Fuck it.
I was looking around like, damn, so, alright, so what we gonna do? This nigga fucking up the money. So, call Underdog and said, Underdog, don't win a trip. He still could make his picks. Well, you know, they got TVs in there. He can make his picks from his cell. I'm gonna send him all the latest, you know, Ja Morant's and the Lakers and all that shit. He can wear Luka Doncic.
Hey, he might be out there looking swagged up in the bitch.
Nigga making bets.
Give me your shoes,
boy. Oh, man.
Hey, it was a basketball player that was getting on with Diddy. Crip.
Damn, little D-Lo. Might as well be D-Lo.
Damn, nigga said little D-Lo's insane.
Don't fuck around with
that
them.
nigga had not forgot about D-Lo.
That shit calling me like, Nick, I was like, oh, nah, they almost got me, mama. I slid out that motherfucker. I seen him coming.
Damn.
But yeah, man, free Gil. Does anybody know free the hibachi? You know?
That's tough.
Free to go. Hey, no, free the hibachi. Free Gil, everybody. I'm gonna get a t-shirt that say free Gil. Damn, fuck.
Bitch.
Oh, boy. I never thought I'd see the day,
That's kind of fucked up, man.
Man, it won't be the first time I lost one of my friends to the cell.
Damn.
Just keep him in there, because he been a fucked up friend. Might as well just keep him.
Damn.
Whatever he said, whatever y'all think he did, probably more than likely, you know, just keep him in
he don't fuck with Gilbert.
He don't need to come back out. He don't need to see the light of day no more.
Damn, he don't fuck with Gilbert. Damn.
Oh, man. It's the Swaggy Arena in conjunction with Gilbert's Arena's Underdog, baby. Yeah, we coming through a theater near you. We gonna be same days, Monday through Thursday, on a trip. And you know what? I got some demandings. You know what? I probably don't want Kenyon on there neither. I'm tired of his shit too. I'm tired of Kenyon fucking with me. They need to take his ass to jail too.
Damn!
Just take them all.
Niggas that get rid of the whole gang, nigga. Fuck it.
Baby Ken, you next.
Damn!
You going down too.
Damn!
The shit you try to pull on the show when you try to get at me. Oh,
I told you, nigga.
The next day, they trying to get you too. I'm building the case for all the times you threatened me on the show.
I told you, nigga, that nigga felt some type of way.
Alright?
I told your ass that nigga felt some type of way. They dogging that nigga. Talking about his ring don't mean shit.
Swaggy Arena, theater near you.
Damn, they dogged that nigga out.
Keep
like,
your
I
friends
remember them days.
on that, because he need them, man. You know, my dog need him. He been going through a lot of shit, you know. Just pray for him, man. Keep him in high spirits, okay? Shit, I'm coming for everybody. Jeff T, your ass next.
Damn!
I'm not saying anything, dude. All right.
Glad.
Then you're gonna go to prison. Wait, you said prison? Yep. It's a shame you didn't want to tell us anything. Chauncey Billups has been gambling. Okay. Tell me more. He runs these poker games, but on the table they're cheating. He knows everybody's cards. Okay.
Damn.
But still not enough, so I guess you're just gonna have to enjoy prison. Terry Rozier, the basketball player?
Damn.
The Miami Heat. Yeah, him. He's been gambling like crazy, dude. Same thing like these poker games? Nah, he tells people to bet his under, and then he gets hurt. I mean, he really can't control himself getting hurt, though. Only the thing is, he fakes his injuries, so he still gets the money. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. But I still need more or you're gonna go to prison. LeBron James. LeBron?
Damon Jones was using LeBron James' status for the games and telling it to other people so they would make money. Yep, we have all we need. You're free to go. Sweet, dude, thank you. And you guys are going to need to take me to prison. I'm not saying anything. You stayed solid, right? Of course I did. Where'd you get that Gatorade from? Have a good one, Chauncey. Bro, how'd you get that Gatorade?
Yeah, baby, I'm on them. I'm out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, they took my passport. Man, like, damn, my passport? That's crazy, because I got another one, but you gotta have two. That was that. Yeah, I think I'm dumb.
On himself again,
I'm just trying to tell you, don't get arrested and you gotta use the restroom, man. I'm just trying to tell you, they don't treat you right. Nah, but everybody was in there, they're nice. Like, what was crazy is the who arrested me, I played the basketball. he went to high school. I played him in high school, man.
Damn.
Oh, hey, what's up, GA? Hey, nothing, man.
Back.
How you doing, Fred?
Get it back in blood, nigga.
I see you still get in trouble. Yeah, you know what it is.
That nigga look at his trouble and hear about your ass.
Stop being serious. I was like, yeah, this is Fred. Just be honest, man. This is the only time you actually stopped me, brother. This is the best deal you done had ever since we was little. That's crazy.
Damn.
Kwame put something on the grill. I bet he did cook and celebrate. Probably mad that I got out. I don't know if he know. I'm the only one that bailed out. Everybody's still there. They not letting them go.
Damn.
Yeah, they not letting them go, man. I would just be honest with you. I don't know who them was, but they not. It don't look like they was getting out.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know what language they speaking, but I was like, it look like y'all stressed.
That nigga was being that nigga looking like Mr. Mom.
Hey, y'all good luck in court. Hey,
man,
man,
every nigga he can
I'm pretty sure I ain't
nigga.
gonna be there when it's time to go, cause I'm snitching.
You know your ass is, bitch.
I don't know your name. What's your name? Igor? Yeah, all right, let's write that down. Igor.
Damn.
He did something. You look like you guilty. I'm gonna just be honest. Most of them look like there was one in there. He must have been
the head. Was a therapist and Mr. Mama at once.
He didn't speak. Okay, he did speak English because I heard him speak English.
This nigga was a therapist patient and Mr. Mom point on every nigga and talk to every
said, you're not gonna bond out the day. Probably next week. He's like, oh, it's okay. Hey, what about me? Where's my lawyer? Tell my lawyer. What do you mean? It's okay. No, it's not okay. I don't know what you used to, but I'm not used to this.
Damn.
Damn. There's 7 in this. This is like a Kwame Brown house. There's 7 in this room.
Man, Kwame Brown like, you bitch ass nigga.
6. Hold on, man. Hey, little bench, man. Nah, I'm good.
Kwame Brown waiting for you to get caught.
Hey, you see my lawyer back there, man? It's the one with the real suit. Yeah, he look rich. Yeah, that one. Tell him I'm back here, okay? Work this magic.
Gilbert Arenas is the perfect example that when you have a chance to snitch on your friends to save yourself, you should do it. He recently cooperated with a federal investigation that landed Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups, and a bunch of NBA players and affiliated people in jail for doing this illegal gambling operation that Gilbert may have actually played a part in. But he strategically snitched at a time where he was able to take limited liability. He's out. He's eating like a snitch sandwich like on Twitter right now. And he was able to save himself. And if you look at the history of snitches in hip-hop, and yes, basketball is hip-hop today, they're all winning. Look at Gunna. It doesn't even address the allegations by Young Thug. Look at Young Thug. He was talking to the police himself. Look at 6ix9ine, still made millions out of jail, still went #1. All these people that keep their mouths shut end up wasting time being broke, not having the success that they could have had. Like, look at Bobby Shmurda taking like an extra 2 years because he said that was the right thing to do. Like, I seen him get out of jail, and I seen various New York rappers shake him on the hand and say, yeah. But then when he had time to sell the ticket sales, right, and he had to cancel his tour, he was only selling like 9 tickets per city.
Because he took too damn long.
Yeah,
care to buy the
He
tickets.
didn't put out no new music. He took
Right? Troy
forever.
Ave
That's
opens
his
up his
fault.
mouth. Now look, he's doing fine. Everybody who doesn't open up their mouth ends up doing bad. Right? You end up seeing like these extended circumstances exaggerated. Gilbert Arenas is doing good. Troy Ave is doing good. 6ix9ine is doing good. Gunn is doing good. Thug is, but he didn't snitch fast enough. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. And follow me for more content like this.
That nigga said he didn't
Chauncey
snitch fast
Billups and Terry
enough.
Rozier gets arrested for gambling with the mafia. Man, I guess that Gilbert Arenas wasn't lying, man. He was snitching on everybody. Just like he said, Gilbert Arenas said, I'm snitching on everybody.
Hey, y'all, good luck in court. Hey, man, because I'm pretty sure I ain't going to be there when it's time to go, because,
that nigga look high as hell, bitch. You can't let them drugs go, bitch.
I'm good for all the trolling. That's cool, but Rachel Nichols is foul. What did Rachel Nichols do, Gil? She used my video, and she actually wrote that I possibly snitched. I'm going to troll with the best of them. But to ask that question, then it makes me really want to, like, first of all, 2 of them is gambling on NBA. 1 is throwing poker games and robbing his friends.
In your fucking house.
I'm going to tell on this. Wow.
When you put the pieces together in this gambling FBI case, all signs point to one man. Let's take it all the way back to August. Gilbert Arenas said, I ain't going back to the slammer because I'm snitching. Now, what is he referring to? Well, he was indicted on 3 federal charges. Renting out his house and helping arrange an illegal poker gaming racket. Well, Chauncey Billups was just arrested today due to an illegal poker operation. Now, what was going on at this operation is absolutely insane. X-ray machines built into the table to read face-down cards, contact lenses and glasses that read pre-marked cards, and secret cameras in card trays. Now, how would the feds know about such intricate details that were going on at this illegal poker operation? Now let's go to the next layer. Damion Jones was arrested because he was telling people inside info when LeBron was not going to play. Now listen to this video of Gilbert Arenas talking about Damion Jones and LeBron.
Because we gambled at LeBron's house, me, Damion Jones, that was our crew. So, Damion Jones is horrible.
At LeBron James' house?
Gilbert Arenas was very close with Damion Jones and LeBron. So how do you think it was discovered that Damion Jones was doing these things? I feel like based on everything I showed you, it's pretty obvious.
Y'all remember this? Y'all don't. Now look at this. I thought he was sports betting this whole time. No, bruh. This nigga Gilbert Arenas is bringing a whole organization down with him. He's not playing, bruh. The nigga is snitching on role players too, bruh. This shit is crazy. I woke up this morning, I seen Terry Rozier get locked up by the feds. I just knew it was sports betting. They investigated him already. I seen Chauncey Billups. I'm like, damn, he betting too. Them niggas just lost and had 40 on him. No, these niggas are playing poker, bruh. Why do we care? What does got to do with that? Just let niggas play poker. Why don't niggas getting money, bruh? Free everybody, bruh. This shit shouldn't be illegal. I don't understand.
But I mean, it's rigged though, because like players, like people who really want to watch the game, it's taking away from the fans, you know what I'm saying? But free them niggas, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only
that nigga seen the Titanic going down, bitch. That nigga grabbed a dinghy real quick.
Committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also
that nigga said,
entered and
I need a dinghy. Fuck Jack,
bitch. Against La
you gotta find out somewhere else, bitch. Yeah, jump on that iceberg, bitch.
And Lucchese crime families, and you'll hear more about those details today. The charges and the arrests that were taken down across this country range from wire fraud, money laundering, extortion, robbery, illegal gambling. This FBI will leave no room for any perpetrator of crime across this country. You hear a lot about our work of defending the homeland and crushing violent crime. Well, this work is also representative of a colossal portion of the FBI's mandate to keep America safe and to keep our entertainment fair and secure. The men and women that are standing up here today worked tireless hours, days, months, and years. And the fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars.
Man, you can't trust these fuck niggas. You can't trust nobody, niggas.
It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a multi-year investigation. And we could not have done it without our interagency partners that are before us today. The NYPD, HSI, and teams of law enforcement officials from around the country made this day possible. It takes a team to bring this kind of justice, sweeping justice, into the halls of the United States courtrooms, where our brave United States attorney has led this prosecution. It takes courageous prosecutors to stand before you and say, we will not allow this kind of illicit activity to happen, not only at the national sporting level, but also where it hides in La Cosa Nostra. And when these two collided together, they perpetrated a fraud that is historic in terms of not just money, but the scheme and the deceit that they utilize to steal and swindle people for money, to include crypto fraud. This is an operation that showcases to you that under President Trump's administration, there is no room for any type of criminal behavior, be it on the world's largest stage or in the back rooms of tiny parlors where card games are being played. We are proud to stand here today with the men and women of the FBI and this legal team.
Man, y'all ain't doing shit though. Like, let's be honest.
Alright, we back. So like I said, man, Gilbert Arenas, man, I knew that motherfucker was gonna sing like a canary. You know what I'm saying? Like, we knew it. You know what I'm saying? Because like Gilbert Arenas, man, that nigga ain't built for the streets, nigga. That man's gonna get a chance for this nigga to get to rap. This nigga's gonna rap. He gonna turn to 6'9", 2.0. But like I said, man, like it's so much other shit that's going on in the world, man. I feel like they just don't want to see black people get that money on, to be honest. But like I said, man, the betting have done fucked over the games, bro. But like I said, man, this whole shit is rigged. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they just trying to get at somebody else. So they won't, you know what I'm saying? You know how you put the ball over here, so you won't look at that? You know what I'm saying? They just trying to go at somebody else, so they won't get caught for what they doing. We ain't stupid, but you gotta stay woke out here. And we done, man. Good. And outside, big crip in the game. Outside shit, man.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.